Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on CTV News at 5. A mysterious chemical spill on a Cambridge data center is raising questions about containment and contamination. The substance was seeping into a stormwater retention pond, and Region of Waterloo staff reported it to the province more than a week ago. The Ministry of Environment, Conservation and Parks describes it as an odorous, milky white substance, but did not say what the substance was or whether it's dangerous. However, a ministry spokesperson did confirm Waterloo Region's drinking water system has not been impacted. As for what the substance could be, a cybersecurity tech expert believes it may be related to the facility's HVAC system used to cool down tens of thousands of servers.
My guess is that this has something to do with some of the chemicals that are used in the cooling of the data center, most particularly with their HVAC related systems. We won't know for certain until it is confirmed by a third party.
At 6, CTV's Alexandra Hollick takes a closer look at the questions being raised about containment and contamination. The mayor of Guelph wants the city to take another look at its public use bylaw, enforcing where encampments can and cannot go. The original bylaw passed in 2024 after a large encampment popped up in downtown Guelph. The bylaw included rules like no tenting in downtown and places like playgrounds and splash pads. The list was expanded in 2025 to include open spaces attached to schools or daycares. Now, Mayor Cam Guthrie says the bylaw needs fine-tuning once again to include residential properties.
And they were causing a lot of problems. They're not as rosy as some may make them out to be. And as much as we're trying to balance the sensitivity around those that are in encampments, our bylaw did not address any encampments that abutted up to residential properties.
Ultimately, council decided to defer the issue until after the municipal election this fall to have the new council vote on the item before the end of the year. Longtime customers of the Wine Butler on Madison Avenue in Kitchener are looking for answers after the business abruptly shut down. An email sent to patrons last month claimed the winemaking shop was being acquired and orders would still be fulfilled. But a notice on the door claims the owner defaulted on rent and is not responding to the landlord's attempt to make contact. The notice also says business operations at the premises is uncertain. Customers are now coming forward claiming they're left in limbo and out of money.
The money itself wasn't a lot. It was $134 for our batch. We were hoping to have the wine for a family vacation that I'm on right now, actually. It was more so just the deceit that kind of went along with it. It was very clear that this guy went out of business, and he was trying to sort of delay us and placate us from looking into this any further by saying, "Hey, everything's fine. We'll be contacted in a few weeks," and then they closed up shop.
CTV News reached out to the store via email as their number is out of service, but have not heard back at this time. Turning to the forecast with Ashley Bacon here in studio. Quite muggy out there today.
It was a weird day. We were expecting a little more rain than we actually saw through the day hours. We did get some through overnight and early this morning, but yeah, it dried up. It was a bit muggy and cloudy through most of the day. The sun trying to make an appearance, but not really succeeding all that well.
Yeah, it just felt sticky and hot and humid out there.
Yeah, you know, summer in July. Summer in July. Not too bad, but let's take a quick look at our radar because that helps paint a picture. If you remember yesterday, Leanne, we were all surrounded with activity. Lots of thunderstorm activity, lots of rain activity. But right now, southwestern Ontario looking pretty clear. A couple of spotty showers here and there, but overall conditions starting to clear up and really improve. 25 out there, a northerly wind of 26 kilometers an hour. So still feeling very comfortable, feeling a little closer to 30 with the humidex. So overall, just a average July day out there. Nothing to complain about. Let's take a look outside from Aurora this hour, and you can see that it is going to be really nice. Rather, we're looking outside our studios here near Sports World Drive in Kitchener, and you can see those trees are blowing. So wind is picking up a little bit out there, so that should help cut that humidity a little bit.
You got it. All right, we'll take a quick break, tell you what you need to know as we do. There's a family splash jam happening tonight at Carl's Air Square. It runs until 7 p.m. with free activities and entertainment to enjoy. We're back for this month's Chief Chat, joined by Regional Police Chief Mark Kroll here in studio. Great to see you.
Great to see you.
Okay, let's start here. We recently reported on an incident where a woman was caught on camera stealing a point-of-sales terminal at a local pizza shop. We spoke with cybersecurity experts who say this type of theft is becoming more common. Is this something that you're seeing here locally in the region?
It is an emerging trend. You know, we do encourage people to contact police because there is a treasure trove of information that could be available that could compromise the business security, customer information, and we've also seen a trend across Canada where people have stolen a point-of-sale terminal and replaced it with a fraudulent one. So we never know what the aim of the activity is, if it's really organized crime infiltrating businesses within the community, or if it's something more low level. But we do encourage that reporting to police.
Okay. Yeah. Over the weekend, the region's 8th shooting of the year happened. Are you able to provide an update on that investigation?
Yeah, it was just after Sunday night, about 12:15. It was a isolated, targeted incident on Marshall Street in Waterloo. Ultimately, it was an interaction between two individuals known to each other. A firearm was discharged, and a 31-year-old male did have injuries related to the gunfire. So we're still continuing to work through all the forensic information, speaking to witnesses, and to develop our profile for the suspect. So no significant update at present, but it's concerning all the same. It did cause certainly a level of concern throughout that neighborhood. And as you mentioned, it's the 8th shooting within our region this year. Last year there was 18 total shootings and an average about 21 over the past 4 years. So firearms offenses continue to be our #1 concern, and we'll continue to work through it.
Okay. Maybe hard to believe, but the August long weekend is fast approaching here, coming up this weekend. What will police enforcement look like here in Waterloo region, just, you know, to make sure everyone's having a fun, safe holiday, people are out celebrating summer?
The region is alive with so many gatherings, festivals, and points of neighborhood celebrations. So it's great to see. Working with the Ontario Provincial Police, we will be active on the roadways with our enforcement campaigns. And as always, we're looking at those top offenses: speeding and aggressive driving, distracted driving, seatbelt use, and impaired driving. We know that at a time of celebration, people are coming and going from events to the cottage, you know, to all those things. We want to people to make that safe choice and to arrive alive and help someone in need if they need a lift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Certainly. Yeah. Well, with August, of course, then September right around the corner, police launching the 9th annual Backpack Challenge. Tell us what you're looking for from community members.
Hard to believe, the 9th annual Backpack Challenge, and over the past number of years we've had the donations of about 28,000 backpacks, thousands of dollars of school supplies, lunch supplies. So we rely on this community to continue to pay it forward and to help families and kids in need as we head back to school. So we are accepting donations up until August 17th at any of our divisions. We also know sometimes people have large donations that we're happy to go and pick up as well. So we're gathering them right now, and then we'll be distributing towards the end of August. But really want to thank our community for continuing to take the challenge and show up and send kids back to school in style.
Crazy to think that that is going to be that time of year.
Absolutely.
Once again. Chief Kroll, thank you so much.
Thanks, Leanne.
Check our Need to Know calendar as we take it a break. If you're looking for something to do tonight, there's a free outdoor screening of The Emperor's New Groove. It's happening on the big screen at the Gaslamp District in Cambridge. You can grab a chair, some snacks, and head over. Showtime is 7 p.m. Stay with us.
When you see it happen, send it to CTV News. Text 10400. From your screen to ours. Text 10400.
We were talking about the hot, humidity, sticky air out there today.
Yes.
It's really because we didn't see as much rain as we were expecting.
That's right. It sort of went all around us. Even Toronto saw more thunderstorm activity in the early hours of this morning and into today. But we did see a little bit of rain through the overnight hours and this morning, but not nearly as much as we were anticipating. And it, as you said, has just become a little bit humid and sticky out there today.
Clearing up to be an okay evening, though,
yes.
if anyone's looking to get outside.
You got it. It's going to be a beautiful night. night, a beautiful night for a long barbecue in Elora. Let's check out Elora now, because we missed it earlier, but check this out. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. CTV's Colton Weens is there, and we'll have a little something for you later in the 6 o'clock program, but check it out. Perfect night to get out and enjoy this event. If you look to the sky, though, things are still looking quite overcast. The good news is we're not really expecting much in the way of showers, at least for the next few days. Of course, when it is hot and humid, there's always the risk of a spotty shower here and there. But as we take to our future cast, you can see we're just sort of under a blanket of overcast at the moment. Now that's going to continue to push through. Expect it to start clearing significantly around midnight, and then we'll see really clear skies, sunny conditions looking ahead to Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So a great way to finish off the week, and of course July, because as we know, August is coming up, the long weekend just a few days away. Right now though, on the west coast, a little bit of a cooler day. It's wet there as well, raining in Vancouver as well as Prince George, just 16 in Prince George, 17 up in Whitehorse. On the other side of the Rockies though, another nice day in Alberta, 28 in Calgary, 25, 24 in Edmonton, so not too bad. And as we push further east through the prairie provinces, an absolutely gorgeous day. Regina, 28. 30 in Winnipeg, Yellowknife 21 with sunshine, even Iqaluit 11 with a mix of sun and cloud. And as we move closer to home towards our nation's capital, 22 in Ottawa, 23 in Montreal with a bit of cloud cover. Now on the East Coast, a little bit of a tale of two tales. 29 with sunshine in Fredericton, 23 in Charlottetown, 22 in Halifax, but St. John's getting a little bit of rain and a little bit cooler temperature-wise, 13 degrees there. Now here locally, we're still sitting at 24, so a perfect night to go out for a walk. A little bit of humidity still out there, feeling closer to 29, so much more enjoyable conditions than we felt earlier in the month, of course, when we had those heat events. Overnight tonight, we are expecting a low of 16, so not too bad. Pretty comfortable sleeping conditions. A northwest wind of 30 kilometers an hour is also expected to continue. Tomorrow, our daytime high is expected at 24. So again, a very comfortable day out there, a high UV index of 8. So if you are spending some time outdoors tomorrow, definitely want to be sun safe. Keep a hat, sunscreen, and sunglasses close by. Taking a look at our almanac as a reminder, normal is 26 this year, so we are right where we should be. And as we take a look at our first at 5 forecast, sunny conditions continuing through the end of the week, 28 for your Friday, a little bit of cloud cover expected for your Saturday, and 26. Tanya, we got to talk about landscaping. Of course, we're in the middle of summer and it's not too late to redesign your gardens.
No, not at all. And one of the biggest questions we get is, I want to put in a new space. How do I plant it? What do I do? And where do I go? So that's sort of what we want to answer today.
Perfect.
If we can take a peek at the ground, on the ground right now, we've chalked out a 9-foot by 6-foot garden space.
Yes.
And we're going to assume that the cedars and the screens at the back, whether this is a fence line or the house.
Okay.
Right? So it gives us a space to work through. In most cases, where we start, you want 4-season color.
Yes.
Right, so that means we're going to use some evergreen. So you want to plan for about 30% evergreen altogether, minimum, because we've got 6 months of flat.
Of course.
Right? Daylilies and hostas die flat to the ground. Grasses help too, because grasses are actually at their best at an off time of year, as opposed to spring. And then we start to look at talls, mediums, and smalls, right? So same idea as we do with the planter. We've got, in this case, we've got a Japanese maple. This is going to be our thriller, and now we're actually going to call it our focal point.
I love it. Okay.
So we need a single, and that's going to be the most important piece.
And where should you put your focal point?
You normally want to take a look at your space and take a look at the house architecture. So if the house is 100% symmetrical and your bed's in the middle, then we're doing a symmetrical bed.
Okay.
If this space was off to the side, so if we had, say, the front door here and the garage behind me, then it makes sense to put our focal point on your side, because we want to do a little bit of visual balance.
That makes sense.
Right? So the nice thing about the Japanese maples, this one's going to hit about 15 to 20 feet in height and about 15 to 20 feet in width.
Okay.
Right now, though, she's a little shorter.
Yes.
That's okay. But that means the rest of the garden's going to be in full sun.
Okay.
So we need to know sunshade, right?
Absolutely important.
6 to 8 hours of sun or more, 4 to 6 hours of sun or less, or is it in the middle?
Perfect. So once you've worked out what types of plants you
Yes.
should be planting, how should we design the garden?
When we think about layout, so I've got our focal point here. If you can hand me the green and yellow, there we go. This is a Woodgelia called Bubbly Wine. Now this one's mid-height.
Yes.
So these are actually going to get about 3 feet. So they're going to be around our hips.
So would we consider this the medium or middle?
Yes,
okay.
that's right. And when we think about what we're doing in terms of eyes, first and foremost, through the magic of television, this is what it's going to look like about 4 or 5 years down the road.
Gotcha.
So if a plant gets 3 feet wide, so these Woodgelias are going to do 3 feet. We want to do 3 feet from the center of plant to the center of plant.
Okay.
For the junipers, these low creepy guys here, these guys actually get 5 feet wide. So from center of one to center of one is going to be 5 feet.
Of course.
So it is something, if you're planting, again, this 6 foot by 9 foot space, you're probably going to use about 2/3 of the numbers of plants that we did today.
Okay, so this just gives you an idea of how it could look, but spacing is really important for at home.
Absolutely, it makes it way less work in the end. Once we get this start to grow, our focal point's going to be the big one, so that's going to draw our eyes up.
Yes.
And then our eyes are actually going to come down, believe it or not, to the grasses. These grasses are going to do 5 feet, so they're going to be a nose height. Then
Nose for her, but height for me, yes.
I didn't want to say it. And then we're coming down to Woodgelia at hips.
Okay.
And then we're coming down to the ground
Beautiful.
with the garden junipers, so those ones are going to be mid-calf.
Okay.
The other one we're going to sneak in here, and this is one of our new favorites.
Some gorgeous grass.
Yes. This is a variety of blue stem grass.
Oh, beautiful.
So native parents, and we're actually going to sneak these right on the corner.
Okay.
So these ones are going to hit about 2 feet. Thank you.
And when you want to consider numbers,
Yep.
it's good to go with the odd numbers.
Odds, yes. So we want our focal point to be a single, and then everything else is going to be in odd numbers, 3s, 5s, 7s. It makes it more restful for our head.
Of course.
And when we're working with even numbers, we need to think symmetry.
Okay, beautiful. And this allows your sort of not just to have an instant beautiful garden, but if you plan correctly, you have something to look at all year long.
You got it.
Fantastic. Now, when we're planting this time of year, are we fertilizing right away? How do we work our fertilizer in?
So you're going to fertilize no different than you would if you're planting in May. So transplant, always, always, always transplant fertilizer. For your mature things, so if these cedars have been in the ground for 4 or 5 or 6 years, we're not going to fertilize them again until Thanksgiving.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to stop because we need our mature things to think, start to think dormancy because fall's coming.
Yes. Don't say it. Don't say it. So when folks at home are replanting their gardens, best to suggest to come in, maybe talk to one of your team about whether you get sun or shade, and then what types of plants would be best suited for those particular spaces.
You got it.
Oh, my goodness, amazing.
Bring us a photograph and we'll help you sort it out.
Awesome. Thanks, Tanya.
You're welcome.
Okay, Stella had the cutest community calendar contest. It's the last week to enter your pet or vote for the annual competition put on by a local humane society. We'll have details on that coming up. And here's what you need to know. Catch the Toronto Tempo take on the Minnesota Lynx on the big screen at Cambridge's Gaslight District Thursday night. The game's free to watch. Tip-off is 8 p.m. Tim Hortons is set to launch a Harry Potter-themed menu next month. Canadian customers will get a chance to order items inspired by the film franchise. The coffee chain says it's launching the new menu as well as limited edition merch and packaging to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the first Harry Potter movie. To find out more about the flavors they'll be offering, you can go to our website, ctvnewskitchener.ca. Here's the final 5 stories we're following. A new survey finds more than 90% of drivers in the province have seen people driving dangerously. The survey conducted by CAA South Central Ontario found 70% of respondents say they've witnessed speeding, while 69% say they have seen people driving aggressively. Meantime, 68% have seen other drivers carry out unsafe lane changes or be distracted. 57% of respondents admitted to engaging in at least one dangerous driving behavior. A Waterloo-based dragon boat team made up entirely of breast cancer survivors is asking for the community's help as they prepare for the opportunity of a lifetime. The Dragonflyers are heading to the French Alps next month to compete alongside more than 4,500 breast cancer survivors from 25 countries at the International Breast Cancer Paddlers Commission Festival. The team's already raised thousands of dollars through local fundraisers, but say they still need help covering the roughly $100,000 cost of sending 25 paddlers and their coach to France. CTV's Spencer Turcott will have more on their preparations at 6. 2 radio stations in Waterloo Region are now broadcasting on their new FM frequencies after swapping them this morning. At 9 a.m., Bounce Radio officially made the move to 105.3, while Virgin made the move over to 99.5. The stations are both owned by Bell Media, the parent company of CTV News. The change was made to better match each station with its signal coverage area that best supports its audience. Listeners will still be able to hear the same hosts and programming on both stations. From float entries to volunteers and sponsors, the Kitchener-Waterloo Oktoberfest parade planning is underway, and organizers are looking for your help. They're extending an invite to businesses and residents in Waterloo Region to submit entries for parade float ideas. Volunteers and community sponsors are also needed. Opportunities range from parade committee members to event day marshals and much more. The parade is scheduled for Monday, October 12th at 9:30 a.m. And finally for us, Meet the Pets, winning hearts and supporting other animals here in Waterloo Region. Over 100 pet parents and their animals are participating in the Kitchener-Waterloo Stratford Perth Humane Society's annual calendar contest. This is the final week to enter your pet and vote before the contest closes Friday. The top 8 dogs, cats, and 1 other animal will win a spot in the 2027 calendar and a professional pet photo shoot. The contest has raised more than $17,000 to date. All proceeds annually go towards helping local animals in need of shelter, medical care, and a second chance at life. And I did take a few looks at some of those photos. All of those pets deserve a spot there. They're pretty cute. All right, that's it for us. We'll be back at the top of the hour with your next local news. Take care. Have a good night.